Hello, I'm Harshit Santosh Pore, and welcome to part 3 of this series on non-verbal communication. In the last two videos, if you have not checked them, the link is in description below. In the last two videos, we have covered the topics such as non-verbal communication by the use of body language, and in the second video we have seen the topics of non-verbal communication by means of space and time. Now in today's lecture, or in today's video, let us cover the fourth use of non-verbal communication, and that is by means of signs and symbol. Now when I say signs and symbols, it includes everything that you can call a sign. It can be a roadside sign, a street sign, go slow, go fast, a speed breaker ahead. We encounter these kind of signs all the time. It can be that plus sign which shows a medical store. It can be the that causatus, the stick and the staff and the snakes twirling around it. That shows a doctor. All these signs and symbols are used by us because it is so much easier to communicate by use of signs and symbols than actually writing those words orally. Now, think about a sign that is used very often, a skull and the bones crossed underneath this. This sign means danger. Why do you think such a sign is used to indicate danger instead of writing the word danger there? Simple, there are some signs like this which are interpreted universally the same. Even if an illiterate person is looking at this, he will know that this means danger because the skull and the bones is never a good thing, and he will know that he has to stay away from things like that. We have emerged to use sign and symbols because they are far easier than just using words to communicate, and hence signs and symbols are used to communicate something informally. Think about something that you have been using since childhood, the mathematical symbols. How hard would it be to solve a mathematical equation where along with the numbers you have to actually write multiplied by or equal to and divided by, and it's going to be really difficult. So I have created these symbols: equal to, multiplication, and the division, percentage, things like that. All these are the signs or symbols. Not only that, signs and symbols also recognize the brands. Think about a particular stamp. A stamp is also a symbol of a kind. So signs and symbols may have different meanings in the different cultures. In fact, even something like a traffic light is a sign and that tells you to stop. In cultures, think about a sign like a cross. You see, it shows Christianity. How hard would it be to write the word Christianity all the time? But a cross does the job. Not to mention that the crosses like the symbols like cross also has a religious significance. People wear it in their neck, people have it in their houses, because this symbol communicates something far beyond the word Christianity. It has the feelings and the emotions and the particular kind of sense of belongingness associated with this. Think the same example in case of Om, the Hindu symbol, or a swastika, Hindu as well as Nazi symbol, and such a radically opposite meaning associated with the both of them. So we always use signs and symbols to give some kind of message. The most important, however, are the symbols used by the political parties. A palm, you know what that means. A lotus, you know what that means. A broom, a jhadu, you know what that means. And all these symbols have such a deep meaning. In fact, a political party's identity is the symbol used by them. A symbol itself has some deep representation. Congress has this palm because it shows kind of a unity that you are with the people. It represents everyone. BJP has lotus because lotus has special significance in Hindu religion. Also notice the colors of these political symbols. Lotus is in the saffron, which has very great significance in Hindu religion. You see Aam Aadmi Party's political symbol, which is a broom. Usko kachra saaf karna tha na Delhi ka, and that's how he started the political party. That's why it's a broom. So Mayawati's BJP, it's blue. Again, this is Ambedkar and that Ashok Chakra and all this blue. A Dalit party, that is the symbol they represent. So yes, the symbols have a lot of importance in our culture. You can go on taking the examples. A brand logo can also be taken as a symbol. So many of you buy those damn 1 lakh rupees phones just to show that symbol, right? So yes, symbol has so much importance in life, and with symbol You communicate non-verbally. You want that swoosh. It's called swoosh, right? That you want a swoosh on your shoes. The Nike. It shows something. You are trying to tell something to the people by wearing those symbols on your body. You go to the mirror and you click that selfie, and your phone has a cover, but only that particular part, it doesn't have a cover. It is empty. You are trying to show the symbol because you're trying to communicate something with the help of symbol. See, a lot of things in life are symbolic. So signs and symbols are used at so many places because they convey some message non-verbally. The fifth way of communicating non-verbally is by means of charts and maps and graphs. Imagine giving a presentation, you are trying to show the stock market movement, and the market was maybe at whatever 3,000 points, then it raised to 6,000, and then it went and there was a drop, and then it raised to 12,000. Can you imagine explaining these things without showing the graph or the map or the chart? It's impossible. Can you imagine explaining to somebody how India looks like as a country without showing the map of India? It's not possible. So use maps, graphs and the charts because it's almost like a picture, and a picture is worth 1,000 words. You would have to write maybe 10 pages explanation talking about the stock movement. But instead of that, if I just show the graph of the stock rise, then it becomes so much easier. We always use maps and graphs and charts whenever writing becomes too difficult. So this is the way we communicate non-verbally. The next very beautiful, the sixth very beautiful and very important means is by the means of poster. We started using posters long time ago when we did not know electricity. I mean, in the Western world, they used to post, especially in England, they used posters to announce political parties and to advertise. That was a time when the world did not even know electricity. Now we have social media, we have things at our fingertips, we have advertisements at our fingertips. And still we use posters. Why? I mean, we have such efficient ways of giving advertisements today. We have television, we have newspapers, and still we have not stopped using posters. What is the reason? Think about this. You're going by train, and in swift fraction of second, you see a poster on some really tall building, and well, there is a poster. Why is there a poster to begin with? Within the train compartment itself, there are posters sometimes. Why? We use poster for a very specific reason. Even today, when the advertisement has become such a sophisticated field, and I can personally target you by monitoring your social media activities, but despite that, posters are the cheapest ways of targeting the audience. Also, posters are very good ways to target audience in a specific geographical area. So posters are cheap, and the posters are also extremely effective because a poster uses a picture, not the text. And the quality of pictures is you internalize pictures, you subconsciously accept the pictures without having to read the text. So you perceive posters subliminally. It is called subliminal messaging. If you are looking at a poster every day while going by train, you perceive that very quickly without being consciously aware of that. So posters is also a very good way of surreptitious advertisement. You are impacting people's minds and their mindset and the behavior when they are not even aware of that consciously. And another quality, I can look at the poster in fraction of a second, but without reading a text, I still understand what that poster indicates. Of course, there have been examples where the use of posters has gone terribly wrong. If you want to know what I'm talking about, remember those lectures where we discussed the example of this Tanishq or TBZ Jewelers advertisement where they had Aishwarya Rai as a brand ambassador, or a classic example of Coke trying to launch their product in the Middle East.